And welcome back. Well, if you're one of the millions that suffer from headaches, what would you be willing to do to prevent one?
Almost anything, probably. It might not be as hard as you think, though. Holistic health practitioner and nutritionist Viall is back with some simple ways to get ahead of and maybe even prevent headaches. Good news.
It's gonna sound good.
Yeah, it certainly does. And we've got kind of a list of things that people should be thinking about, I think, as it relates to headaches. But overall, what causes headaches?
A myriad of things, but really you can look at stress. Some people just kind of suffer from cluster headaches or migraines, and that can be from tension, anything from like premenstrual headaches, lack of sleep, some of the other things we'll talk about. It really is a preventative measure for most. And so there's things you can kind of get out ahead so that you can decrease the frequency or at least the intensity of the headaches you get.
Do you think almost all headaches can be prevented or relieved through nutrition?
It's I think a good majority of them can be, for
That's
sure.
going to sound really helpful for people.
Well, because they can be debilitating. If anyone's had a headache, you know how that can set you back. And I see it all the time in my practice. People are like, I get a headache, you know, I have to kind of like take a pause. You know, if you don't have that extra stress throughout the day, all of a sudden you have a lot more energy.
What's the relaxation mineral and how can we take it?
Magnesium. So this is one of the biggest minerals when it comes to headaches. And most people are deficient in it. And a lot of this has to do with lack of ingesting it through the diet, but also it's really susceptible to get leached out of the body. Stress, coffee, alcohol, poor diet, all of that is going to leach out magnesium. So if you're not getting it and you have all those other things in your diet, you're going to have some magnesium deficiency. And you can get it from some really great foods as well.
Okay, so it's easy. Break down the foods right here that we're seeing that you can get magnesium from.
Bananas, almonds, Brazil nuts, sesame seeds, spinach.
How do you, are those Brazil nuts in the little canister?
No, these are sesame seeds.
Oh, sesame
these
seeds,
are Brazil nuts, the kind of bigger. Bigger ones.
Okay.
So, you know, ingesting those, having those part of your diet, you can also supplement with magnesium. The one thing to just be careful of, and I say this to anyone who chooses supplementation, know what you're getting and make sure you work with a qualified practitioner. Some magnesium supplements can have a little bit more of a laxative effect. So you want to make sure that you're getting one that's more absorbable through the muscles.
Yeah, you think of milk of magnesium, isn't that a laxative or something?
Like a stomach coat.
Every child remembers getting that as a constipated kid.
Exactly.
Just take a spoonful. No.
And what do you want to say about water?
This is huge for prevention. Water is. And we all don't usually drink enough water. And water really helps to get ahead of the headache. The other thing too is what I tell clients is when you start noticing a headache, you know how you can sometimes get those little symptoms, like especially if you get cluster headaches or migraines. If you drink a large glass of water, like really quickly, it can sometimes subside the headache. And it doesn't just have to be water. Obviously, water is kind of a bonus, but hot herbal tea, bone broth, foods that are really rich in water, hydrating, lots of fruits, all of those are going to add to your water consumption.
And your recommendation is to drink half your body weight in fluid ounces of water each day.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. A lot of people are like, what? That's quite a bit of water.
We only need like 50 ounces.
How did you know?
That's what I was going to say. For some of us, it's a little bit smaller amount.
Exactly.
But it's a goal, right? If you're not drinking that much water, aim to have it, you know, first thing in the morning. Try to get a lot of water earlier in the day, and that can help with those afternoon headaches.
Okay. Next up is what, B complex vitamins?
Yeah, B vitamins. Now, B vitamins are huge when it comes to stress management, which is obviously a big thing with headaches, but especially riboflavin, which is a B vitamin. These are involved in the production of neurotransmitters, especially serotonin. And what they found, people who experience headaches, primarily migraines, have a lower amount of serotonin, and they have some trouble with it. So getting rich B vitamin foods, so avocados, turkey, I have nutritional yeast, legumes, lentils, beans, all of these are really rich in B vitamins. Similar to magnesium, it's water soluble, so it's easier to get leached out with stress, coffee, alcohol. Ironically, all the things that kind of trigger a headache.
A little guacamole doesn't hurt anyone.
Well, no, it sure does not.
Okay, next up here, fiber.
Fiber. Now, some people are thinking, like, I know fiber with cholesterol, I know fiber for diabetes, but how does it help headaches? A lot of people suffer from constipation. I know it's a topic no one likes to talk about. However, if you're not going to bathroom 1 to 3 times a day, you're technically constipated. And how this can affect headaches is that when your body isn't eliminating the toxins stored in your bowel, you are more susceptible to toxic reabsorption. And what that can cause is a myriad of health issues, but it can have an effect on triggering headaches. So if you're not properly eliminating, you want to really take a look at your vegetable and fruit intake. And I usually suggest if your hand is a serving, you want to get 6 to 8 of those a day. Again, it sounds like a big amount, but just working towards it, adding another handful in a day.
Are you a proponent of juicing or, things like that in terms of getting your greens?
Yes, but that does not count fiber. So when
Gotcha.
you juice, that removes the fiber. You're just getting like the antioxidants. Something like a smoothie incorporates the fiber because you're not removing it. So a juice will not count towards your fiber servings.
Smoothie does.
Yeah.
And spinach, you can really wilt down like 6 cups. If you wilt spinach, do you still get the health benefits of it?
Yeah, you never want to overcook vegetables. You never want
Okay.
your broccoli to start looking yellow,
Right.
So you still
Okay.
want to have that bright green. So blanching them or steaming them or even sauteing them works.
Okay.
What's up with the hot water bag?
Well, these are all talking about how when a headache comes on and you've done maybe some of the prevention, but you're still getting it, what can you do to reduce the symptoms? So a great one is cold hot therapy. So what you do is you put a cold compress or a ice pack on your head, hot water bottle or a heating pack on your feet. So what that does is dilate the blood vessels, helps the blood come from the head and circulate better, so you're reducing the tension from the head. So this is something that is a really great thing to do if a headache comes on. Ginger. Raw ginger or ginger juice. When you're feeling that headache, take a shot of it or chew on raw ginger. And the other one, which is even a little bit less palatable, is garlic. Taking a raw garlic clove and chomping on that baby.
Jeez.
I did that once. Remember when I thought I was getting the start of strep throat? That's one of the holistic things to do is to chew on garlic and let it go down your throat. I swear it worked.
I had a
worked.
headache one time and I chewed on it. Was disgusting.
It is
was
disgusting.
terrible, but it worked. Much
100%.
better than having to pop a bottle of some anti-inflammatory.
Antibiotic,
Yeah.
something, yeah.
And sleep, just on a really quick note, you say try to head to bed by 11 o'clock at the latest. Keep your room dark and cool so that you get a good night's rest, because it's not just the amount, it's also the quality of the sleep that you get. Make sure you get probably, 8 to...
Yeah, 7 to 9 hours, depending on the person. But yeah, making sure that you get good quality sleep.
Thanks,
Wonderful.
Maria.
Thanks.
People can check out your website for more great tips on how to be healthier, prevent a headache. You can go back to food with Maria. Go to her website, mariaviall.com/headaches, for more suggestions to prevent them as well as treat them holistically. Thanks, Maria.
Thank
Always
you.
great to see you.